What's up? Um, so today, this is probably the fifth game I played in this week's weekly. Um, but if you didn't know, um, the weekly is like a new pack that comes out every week. Um, just consists of random pets in the game. It's all randomized, but anyways, so I recorded my first game, and it ended pretty quickly, but I did get kind of the idea of the pack, which is that it's a summon pack. Everything here is like meant to be summoned or used for something around like spawning something in and getting it like decently strong. And the other thing it's good for is Leech Triceratops scaling. So as long as you're able to beat that, you have a pretty solid win. If you do Tricer or if you do Spinosaurus, there's Turkey, there's Slug, there's Groundhog, there's Osprey, just a ton of things in this pack. There's Tiger, Whale, so many things that make it worthwhile to do a summon build. Um, so I thought I might as well do one. I have, if you didn't see, I just got Mole in the shop for a tier 3. I have been wanting to do a mole-based video um, in Puppy Pack. The problem is with Mole is that it falls off pretty hard past probably around turn 8, turn 9 about. So I did record for around 2 hours yesterday, maybe a little more, trying to get a mole video, but no luck. Uh, as you can see here, we get the Osprey, which is pretty nice. And I do switch it so that the golden retriever that comes out of the groundhog that comes from the Osprey, we do get the buff on that, which is pretty useful. Here, I mean, we get the trumpet anyways, so it helps, you know, to have it barely be able to kill. We would have been fine if it wasn't, but it's nice to have that sense of security. Here I make a bit of a misplay, trying to go for a level 3 fish. Level 3 fish is not the greatest. It's a lot of gold. It's 9 gold for 4/4, which is too much, and you also can't control where it goes. And a lot of the time when I put something like that on my team, I end up keeping it for too long. It kind of overstays its welcome, and then it's like a burden on my team. But I've spent so much gold on it already that I want to just keep it until the end. Here we buy another giraffe. Eggplant is a cool thing in the weekly. I like eggplant. I've never really not. I think it's really interesting. I do want to try the eggplant with the the lizard. I forgot. Iguana? Iguana. I do want to try eggplant iguana with a Wolverine on both sides, and the whole team like has eggplant. I think that's super cool. But I also feel like maybe a lot of people have done that already. Here, I believe, yeah, I level up the fish finally. I want to get something to replace it. But the best attempt is buying zebra and not selling it. I realistically could have maybe just bought the Osprey, frozen the zebra for next turn. Here, Hoopo Bird is another thing that's common in this pack. Don't really know why. Hoopo Bird's kind of just a mid pet in general. You wouldn't really want to buy it unless you had Wolverine, which is in this pack, or something similar. Secretary Bird is another thing that's in this pack. I like Secretary Bird. I do think that it's really good. Probably one of the best tier 4s, but its downside is that, like most summon things, it can only really be upgraded by level up, or just like something similar, like a food perk. And if it gets sniped, I mean, it's a pretty crucial part of your build most of the time. Here we get the better version, which is Spiny, which is also in this pack, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we buy, sell that, and then we level up into Tiger. Tiger, even though it's not a summon pet, it's probably the best summon pet. Just because you can put it behind a whale, that's in the second slot. You can put it behind a Spiny, you can put it behind a turkey, you can put it behind a deer. Like, the list goes on. It's probably one of my favorite pets in the game. One of the best pet designs. Overall, really fun to use, Tiger. You can see Leech in the shop. People have been taking Leech a lot. I believe the last 3 weeklies in a row have had Leech. Here I'm just looking for something for my giraffe to be replaced with. I think I was thinking about taking whale and then putting horse in the front, which would have been funny. But no dice. I just end. I don't know what I do end up putting my horse in the front, because I mean, I've been losing the Osprey, but I've also been losing the I'd also be losing the +3. I don't know which one's better. You can see throughout this game, Tiger Spiny just makes a really buff Tiger. So after a while, you'll see like 50-50 Tiger every round. Here we get Slug, which is what we wanted all along, but I'm not sure we'll take it. Yeah, we do. Put it in the front, and now I can move the horse. Oh, I sell the horse. I didn't even see that turkey myself. Freeze chocolate, freeze onion. I thought maybe there was something I could do with like turkey or Spiny, and onion, but I mean, not really. Onions usually mostly for like snipes or tiger. It's not the greatest. Here you can see turkey pulling its weight, but not able to keep up. Here we can get level 2 tiger. One thing I did see this weekly that I wanted to take in this game, but I'm not sure I had time for, was Taper in the front, or Tapir in the front with a donut slug. And there's a lot of things that could go wrong. The slug could get sniped, or with a Taper has a chance to summon the slug. And even if it does go right, like, you only have like you don't have a very good chance to get the buff. Plus we already have a pretty buff Osprey, so I mean, with cheese too. Cheese is probably one of the more ignored food perks. Here you can see another scaling build with with Poodle and Triceratops and Penguin, just so much all around. We can't really do much about a team that far up the ladder, but we can try our best. Mushroom Tiger helps a lot. It's one of the few reasons why Parrot is better than, or is worse than Tiger, because you can't mushroom a parrot. It'll just be a parrot. It won't have an ability. You can see that secretary bird in the back putting in work, but our Spinosaurus is too, so we're able to kill, and almost a 50-50 tiger in the back for our reward. You can see me thinking about, I mean, we have so many things. Maybe I could have kept that slot open, but I do end up eggplanting the turkey. There's not really a lot of important stuff that sits in slot 3, so it might have been better just to mushroom it, because mushroom gets an extra trigger on the spine, on the Spinosaurus, and you know, turkey isn't really all that helpful. You can see, can't really do much about the scaling team still. Level up Tiger. 2 things set to level, get double chocolate in the shop. I decide that Spinosaurus is probably better. I believe soon I switch to a mushroom on the turkey, but I'll see for how long I keep it. Unfortunate that the spiny buffs don't go to the smallest slug to kill the Triceratops, but we do end up winning anyways pretty easily. Leveling up the turkey. Here's where I see Taper Slug, I believe. I freeze it. I was just looking for Donut or something else in the shop, but I don't believe I get it. You can see here another secretary bird team. You know, that big of an osprey because of turkey and Spinosaurus and tiger. I mean, it can conquer the world. The other reason secretary bird is not that great shows here. It can only really affect 1 unit at a time. Which in that case was the tiger. Yeah, here I mushroom the slug, sell the osprey after all that time, and I believe I unfreeze the taper soon. And here's where I mushroom the turkey. Mushrooming the slug in the front wouldn't have done anything. The best thing I could probably put on that slug in the front was cheese. Here is the issue with whenever there's walrus in a pack, it's just constant draws over and over again. But here we are able to kill both peanut things without sacrificing too much. And we win. Pretty late game, turn 18, though the furthest I've seen is like turn 32 on the Sloth Weekly, but that doesn't really count. I had a lot of fun with this one. I like summon builds, if everybody's doing them. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.